morning everyone. I'm John Alex D. Madrileos and I will be your instructor for today in Basic AutoCAD for 21st century learners. So today we will talk about creating circles and rectangle in Basic AutoCAD. So it is important to know how to create circles and rectangles in AutoCAD. This is because it will be handful in the future when you create your own projects and your own assignments or activities. So without further ado, let's start the mini lecture about how to create a circle and rectangle. So in creating circles, you should first open and create a new drawing panel to create the circles. Now this is the drawing panel that you will draw the circles. So under the draw panel, find the circle command and click it. You can also type at the command block the letter circle or C or the word circle and type enter. However, in this circle in the drawing panel, it says here that we can create circles in different ways. We have center diameter, center radius, 2 point, 3 point, tan radius, and tan tangent. So tan is equals to tangent. So we can see here, if you type C, we can see here that we should specify the center point of the circle. So click anywhere on the drawing space to specify the center part of the circle. For example, here, this is the circle point of the circle. So after you specify the center point, drag to make the circle bigger or smaller. Again, let's create a circle once again using a fixed coordinates. Now type again C, type C, and spacebar. Now let's say, for example, the coordinates are 3 for the X axis and 10 for the Y axis. Now hit enter. Now you can see here that the center point is the given coordinate. Now drag the mouse to make the circle smaller or bigger. Now if you want to create a more exact circle, we should use the diameter and radius in the command. Now type C, enter. Now you can see here that diameter is present in the circle command. If you don't want to use diameter, the circles will automatically use radius as its measurement. Now let's say, for example, the diameter of the circle is 250. Hit D, spacebar, and enter the measurement of the circle. Let's say, for example, the 250 given 250, and hit spacebar or enter. Now that is the circle that have the 250 diameter. Now for example, let's say we should create a circle using the radius. Now type C, spacebar or enter, specify the point. Now you should specify, or you should know how to use the diameter and radius. So here I'm using radius because I didn't type the letter D in the circle command. Now let's say, for example, the radius is 250 again. Now why is radius bigger than diameter? Now radius is the double of the diameter. it's like the diameter is multiplied by 2. Now let's try a simple activity. Now we should pan so that we can see the practice activity. Now the given measurement is 500 radius and 300 diameter. So first, let's practice this and create our own circle. Now type C spacebar or enter and hit spacebar, yes, to activate the command. Now let's first start at the smaller circle. Now let's specify the center point of the circle. Let's say for example here. Now let's type D on the circle command, D, to activate the diameter, and type the measurement 300 space and that, and you can see that they have both measurements, and they have both sizes. You can say sizes. Now let's type again circle for the bigger one. Now to create a circle in the middle of a circle, press shift and right click and choose center. Now you can create a circle in the center of a circle. Now we can type the measurement of the bigger circle. The radius given is, I think that is 500. Yes, that is 500. There we have the both sizes of circles. We have the 300 diameter circle and also the bigger circle inside the smaller circle, with the same center point. Now that is how you create a circle using the diameter in radius, and also indicating the specified coordinates to create or to specify the center point. Again, before creating a rectangle, we should open first the AutoCAD and create a new drawing space. In preparing or solving problems, line AutoCAD command is used in creating rectangle and triangle shapes. But we also have rectangle command that we can use in our drawing and projects. To use the command, find the rectangle command on the drawing panel here. Left click the icon to activate this command, or we should type rect and hit spacebar or enter. It says here that we should specify the first corner of the rectangle. It is similar to the circle that we used, but in circle we use the center point to determine we use coordinates to determine the center point of the circle. Click anywhere in the drawing space and drag to make it bigger or smaller. Yeah, this is an example of a rectangle, but without a exact measurement like dimensions or area of a rectangle. Now, there are two ways in creating rectangle. It is created by area or a given dimension. Now let's say for example we create a rectangle. Now type REC on the command bar, REC and space bar. Now click anywhere on the drawing panel to specify the first corner that you will use. Let's say for example here you will see the dimensions in the rectangle command. We will use the dimension first, and we will focus on that so that we can create a rectangle based on the dimensions. Now let's say, for example, the dimension is let's type T in the rectangle command to activate the dimensions. Let's say the dimension is 25. The length is 25 and the width is 10. Now hit spacebar. Now here you will see that you created a rectangle based on the given dimension. Here is the length is 25 and here the width is 10. Now let's create a rectangle once again with a different dimensions. REC spacebar. Again, click anywhere on the drawing space to specify the first corner of the rectangle. Here, type D in the rectangle command. As you can see, nawala diba? So specify the length. Let's say, for example, 15. Spacebar and 10 for the width. Here you can see that you created again a rectangle based on the given dimension. If you have any questions, you can ask me or you can DM me directly on my messenger account. Now let's create a rectangle based on the area. Now let's say, for example, REC type and specify the first corner of the rectangle. Now the area here in the rectangle command is present, as you can see. Now type A so that we can activate the area command in the rectangle command. Now let's think for a area of a rectangle. Let's say, for example, 25. The area is 25. Now you can see here that we should based on the length and width, because it will automatically calculate for the area given. Like for example, the area is 25 and the length is given. Like for example, the length is 25. The length is 5. Now press L to activate the length and press 5. Now here you created a rectangle or a square based on the area given and also the length. Here you can see the 5 is given for the length. Now let's say, for example, let's create another one, but let's make it bigger. The area is, for example, A. The area is 625 and the given length is 25. Type L spacebar 25. There, you created a similar structure or bigger structure of the first that we created. The length is 25 and the width is 25. Now here, if you multiply 25 by 25 is equal to 625. Now here is a given example or some given activity for you so that you can be able to practice on how to use the rectangle command. Again, we can create a rectangle using the draw panel and also the REC. Type REC on the command bar. Now type REC spacebar, specify the first corner, type the dimensions given. The length is 100, spacebar. The width is 50, spacebar. Now you will see that you created a rectangle similar to the given here in drawing panel. Now here is another one example that you can give. Is area is 625 and the given length is 25. Type REC, specify the first corner, area 625 and the given length is 25. Here you can see that you created a similar square. You can see the differences. I mean, they don't have any differences because they have the same dimensions, they have the same area, they have the same length. Proof. Here is the proof. Now that is how you create a rectangle by using the area, the given area, and also the given dimensions. Thank you.